Caitlin Clark, third season in the WNBA, has already set the record. She had another game in which she had at least 20 points and 10 assists. And I have been saying when she broke into the league, people said her comp is Steph Curry. Now, I think stylistically, the way she plays her game has got some Steph Curry. I think, though, in terms of an iconic player, she's more Michael Jordan. But there are stages to greatness. And I've always felt her game is Steph. I think she has a chance to be Jordan-esque, which is multiple championships if she can get the right coach and the right running mate. And I think she has that player.
What if the biggest star in women's basketball history is also the biggest problem her own team has ever had to face? Not because of anything she's doing wrong, but because she's growing so fast that everyone around her is struggling to keep up. That's the conversation happening right now, and it started when Colin Cowherd said something nobody expected.
In fact, she won a playoff game. She hasn't even won a playoff game. Forget a series. Now, again, first year, bad team. Last year, they built it around her. She was hurt. A little bit better team. This team should vie for the championship. If she is what I think she is, if not, get very, very close. They should get very, very close. Again, I loved the self-titled album, but when's Fearless come? Because that's the next level. There's a lot of one-hit wonders and a lot of one-album wonders. I think she's greater than that.
For 2 years, the go-to comparison for Caitlin Clark has been Steph Curry, the deep threes, the confidence from logo distance, the way defenses start panicking the moment she crosses half court. That comparison made sense. It was safe. Everyone agreed. But then Cowherd changed the channel entirely. He said, and I'm paraphrasing, stylistically, she's Steph, but in terms of iconic, she's Michael Jordan. Let that sit for a second. Not Steph Curry the shooter, Michael Jordan the phenomenon, the player whose very presence transformed franchises, filled arenas, and made every single game feel like an event. And here's why that comparison actually lands.
She's Michael Jordan. Did we not just see her make a clutch three with the game on the line? Long distance, in traffic. Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Because Cowherd wasn't talking about how she plays. He was talking about the path. Jordan entered the NBA as a spectacle. Arenas filled, ratings jumped, everyone watched. But championships? Those didn't come right away. Jordan needed the right pieces. He needed Pippen, and more than anything, he needed Phil Jackson. That's where this gets interesting.
Jordan walked into the NBA, he was a rookie sensation. Year 2, he got hurt. Year 3, he was like the best player in the league, arguably, and he then needed his Pippen, got it in year 4.
Now run that same timeline over Caitlin Clark. Year 1, rookie sensation, immediate, undeniable. The WNBA had never seen anything like it. Year 2, hurt, limited. The Fever weren't built right yet. Year 3, this year, the stats are back. The dominance is back. She's already setting records for 20-point, 10-assist games. She entered the league as the best passer in the WNBA, and she's only gotten better. And according to Cowherd, she already has her Pippen. Kelsey Mitchell, a player who got MVP votes, is right there beside her. Aaliyah Boston, former #1 overall pick, former Rookie of the Year, is in the front court. The talent is there.
Caitlin comes into the league, rookie sensation. Year 2, last year she's hurt. Year 3, okay, her stats are great again. When is she going to start winning at the next level? She has not won a playoff series yet. And so my take is she has her Pippen. Kelsey Mitchell was a player that got some MVP votes. And this is not like hating on Caitlin Clark, but the stage of, wow, who's the new kid? I'm done with that. That was awesome. That was Taylor Swift's self-titled album.
Roster is there, so what's the problem? Here's what Cowherd didn't say directly, but everybody heard anyway.
In fact, she won a playoff game. She hasn't even won a playoff game. Forget a series. Now, again, first year, bad team. Last year, they built it around her. She was hurt. A little bit better team. This team should vie for the championship. If she is what I think she is, if not, get very, very close. They should get very, very close.
She has the right player. Does she have the right coach? Because the Indiana Fever are inconsistent in a way that doesn't add up. One night they look unstoppable. The next night the offense has no rhythm, the rotations look off, and adjustments aren't happening fast enough. When that becomes a pattern with this much talent, the conversation always shifts to the sideline.
And then it was Fearless, which crushed her self-titled album. I need Fearless.
And that's what we finna get from Caitlin Clark. Fearless. On a whole nother level. Whole nother level of fearless, bruh. Trying to tell y'all what it is.
This is great. I've seen the stats. She shoots from a long way away from the basket. That is awesome. But there are stages to greatness. And I've always felt her game is Steph. I think she has a chance to be Jordan-esque, which is multiple championships if she can get the right coach and the right running mate.
Cowherd used a Taylor Swift analogy. Yeah, and honestly, it's perfect. He said Clark's rookie year was the self-titled album. Brilliant, exciting, something the world hadn't seen before. But then he asked, when does Fearless come? Because there are one-hit wonders in sports just like in music. And the difference between a great debut and a legendary career isn't just talent. It's the team around you. It's the system. It's the coaching voice that knows how to turn individual brilliance into championships.
Y'all see that? Y'all see that slight at Stephanie White? He says she has the right player, but she don't got the right coach. Caitlin Clark need her Phil Jackson.
Jordan had Phil Jackson. Without Phil Jackson, does Jordan win 6 rings? History says probably not. And here's the part that makes all of this feel urgent. Caitlin Clark isn't just a basketball player anymore. She's an event. Cowherd compared her to Tiger Woods, not because they play the same sport, but because of what they do to audiences. Tiger brought millions of people to golf who had never watched a single tournament in their lives. Clark is doing the exact same thing to women's basketball right now.
She's a Curry Magic Johnson combo.
She's a Curry Magic Johnson combo mixed with a little bit of Michael Jeffrey Jordan, okay? Listen, she didn't just start passing. I know this, the co-host has not been paying enough attention. Caitlin Clark was the best passer in the WNBA the second she stepped foot into the league. She led the nation in scoring and assists. She broke assist records all over the place, all through the WNBA.
Caitlin Clark is on a short list. I compared her to Tiger Woods. I'd never seen a golfer like Tiger Woods. She is, if she's playing and I'm bouncing around the TV and she's on, she's got an incredible sticky quality that I'm not changing the channel. She's very unique in the history of women's basketball. I don't think there's ever been any player like her, ever.
Yeah.
All right. There's never been a player like her, ever.
Attendance is up across the entire league. TV ratings have surged. Opposing teams are moving games into bigger arenas just to handle the demand. Merchandise is selling. New fans are flooding in. The spotlight has never been this big, which means every coaching decision, every rotation, every playoff result gets magnified in a way that's completely different from anything Indiana has dealt with before.
That's kind of
and for the record, I don't mind her shooting threes because she's revolutionized women's basketball, taking threes well beyond where any other WNBA player will take it, and she's a guard. I don't have a problem with Steph Curry shooting threes. I don't have a problem with Kevin Durant shooting threes. I don't want Wemby shooting 400. So, and that's my take on what Daryl Morey says is we got, it's too much repetition. There's the corner three, there's too much.
This is no longer just about the Fever winning games. It's about whether the franchise can grow fast enough to match what Caitlin Clark is becoming. So here's where we land. Nobody is asking whether Caitlin Clark is a star. That debate is dead. She buried it herself. The question on the table right now is whether the Indiana Fever have the right coach, the right system, and the right organizational ambition to build something championship worthy around her.